Om Gam Ganapate Nama Sri Gurubhyo Nama Hariom. Prostrations to Shiva Shiva and Holy Masters. The topic is how the talks or issues related to Atma or God are bitter and the worldly pursuits are so sweeter. Now we will just take forward this issue. Just it is only an attempt to share. Now there is one, and a human life. It is called as the precious, because compared to the 84 lakh creatures, human being alone is endowed with viveka, awareness. I am. It is aware. Rest of the things are denied. The other spaces, but they have got their own programmed life. Now human being confining to that very pursuits, ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithuna. These four alone demons. Demons, because then they are better, they are very much excellently dealt there. Here it is capable for a higher attainment. We can equate to one the non-human life is to automobile. Their confinement is to roads, regulations and all covered. But human being is distinctly this bipeds. They are empowered to. It is like aircraft. It can take off. It can fly on the road. It can take off. Now the talks, artha kama pursuits relates to the domain of confining to the road. It is part of the rules. One has to discharge the functions, but one has to also trace the invoke the full potency of it to for a higher life. That is one thing. Here, there are one category of the people whose sole aim is to confine to worldly pursuits. That is one thing. There is other lot. They show interest. They do. They hear the talks of Atma God, but they are incapable. There is an effort. There is a great churning effort. Only after churning, then the nectar is the fruit blessed, because then it is not a thing, because worldly pursuits and all those things are instantly proves to be yielding, bearing the fruit, or they are trying to give the thing, but it is immediately dearer. So like somebody takes some oily food, it is so dear, it is so you think. Now taking fruits calls for attunement, though on the instantly. It is like taking coconut water or some soft drink. So that kind of a thing. So this second lot of the people, for first lot it is very bitter. We'll see what is the reason. Now for the second lot they are in the effort, and then this first lot would be finding pointing finger at them. They are in the wonderful. They have made an effort. They are trying to conquer the counter program, which is binding them to these domain of our body, and the talks have thrown light into the reality how it is feasible for one to attain that higher self. And now there is an effort. Now these first people will be pointing finger to category 2. They are on the path, but they have not yet reached the destination. Now they expect them to emulate as if they had touched that destination. They find fault. Now, okay, unmindful. These people will be. Now there are other lot who have attained that state. That is a siddha or holy master, holy enlightened people. Now, we will revel upon what is this making the first lot people to have distaste for this subject of Atma God, and that love for the materialistic glory, materialistic prosperity, whatnot, all that the name and fame and thing. Now, if somebody, because the holy masters have said, somebody who is infected, yes, it is sweet is bitter. Sweet is bitter means he got fever, virus infection. So same way, any talks of Atma are very distant aversion to these category 1 people, and Their passion, this is then their passion to the worldly sense objects or pursuits, it is equated to snake bite. Snake bite, a person who is bitten by a snake of one particular species, then for them the one particular creed out of that one, it is the neem and red chilies are sweeter to them because they are under the spell of that bite venom. It is sweeter till they come out of it. They continues to taste it. No, this is like that. The two-pronged spell, that is fever and snake bite. That is the state of category one, where there is no, there is it is bitter. The talks on atma or God, and vice versa. The worldly things are so sweeter. It is not that the world to be negated, but we are aware. It is a practical reality that worldly pursuits have got a deficiency. They are pervaded by insecurity, unpredictability, uncertainty, and finally there is a it is a mortal. And the very person who is aware of the mortality got to be immortal. Then there is a scope. So this is the life is like a fish out of water, and however it is trying to lead a star life, it is missing what it would gain had it been with water. And Sri Ramakrishna also quotes multiple examples. The life of confining to the sensory is like it is only deluded Brahma that there is a happiness. It is like a camel fodder. It bleeds, it oozes its blood, and like a scratching, it makes a person. That is a particular thing on skin. As we scratch, we feel happiness, but it will reach the scar, the groove, the wound. So that kind of a thing, these are equated, and also the dog, which is biting the bone, and it oozes, it injures its gums, oozes, but it is deluded to believe that it is coming from the uh, bone. So that is all these are analogies given to drive home the limitations of the worldly pursuits. Not that they have to be censured. We have to enact like for an actor. So he is aware, being aware of his home and his true person, individuality, he has to enact this role because this role, enacting the role is entering a film city is equal to the being in deep sleep. He woke up, he wears the costume. In the deep sleep, there is no body, there is no mind, there is no the kith and kin, Ishanas, and nothing wrong to work. But forgetting his forgetting who is he, that is making the thing, and with the Brahma that happenings to the thing, they are it should be this way, that way, all that programming, all that thing, conditionings, expectation, packaging, framers, all these would further unsettle. So we have to understand its limitations, it's that they are mortal, and he is not these. So with that awareness, this is the thing one has to really come out of it. These all these things is mortal, subject to change, mundane pursuits from any angle. We see so many analogies that frog in the jaws of the snake, it is caught lost in pursuits of insects. Now it is told, given a conscious, given awareness, the frog happened to feel. Now it doesn't feel, it is ignorant. That is the limitation of a frog life. Now that suppose it has got awareness, that is it is in the jaws of the snake, and which is going to just gulp it in a question of time. Yadyapi loke maranam sharanam. Because then marana is there means there is one thing, this one, immortality. This one, then it would be udasina. It's not that it would give up its thinking. One has to conduct, but conducting with awareness. That's what is the ordained. Not that worldly life to be censured, but being caught up. That is real. That brings it the ultimate. No, it is incomplete. It is proven in the lives of anybody. but nothing like that anybody says. It is it is still it is still he is going to truptaha bhavishyami. Nobody would say I am truptatma. Truptatma is possible only when that atma godhood is attained. Otherwise truptaha bhavishyami. No, you call any person whatever is materialistic power wise everything is there. Truptaha bhavishyami. That's why that Adi Shankaras also it is depicted that always two, three, we are accompanied by three. One is death, Mrityu Devata, then Karma Phala Devata, and then the wisdom. Now these three are really potent thing to be repelled down, not to be. Now death is one thing, is everything is not. Yadyapiloke Sharanam, Mrityu Lokam, Martya Lokam, Anityam Asukham Imam Lokam. No, and Dukhalayam Ashashwadam. Then what is that with our excellence, with one's pursuits? Are we trying? Is it feasible to undo Anityam Asukham? So one has to enact in this one, and then the karma phala. The another unsettling factor has been that karma phalas, they are in one's own in the current action, and the and has is going to reap everything is karma phala. Like for an enacting hero, he would enact to the script. He would not, provided he is aware of it. Karma phalas are driven by loss. So they are bound to get it. Nobody would lose nor gain anything, nothing. In the current, we have to do as per the ordained discipline. Then the jnana. That is, talks jnana means immortal, imperishable, and nirvikara, bliss. That's what is the being wanted. But because of that spell of infection and that snake bite is only examples to convey how the loss of the eternal principle is has taken a back seat. So this has to be, we have to synthesize with revel upon, and then try to try to gather ourselves and present before and the panorama of the three states. And how is that in deep sleep nothing is there, I am happy, and how is that my pursuit is in wake, it is a futile, like a kasturi deer, it is nevertheless, its quench is never fulfilled. Like a fish, it is never, it has to get into backwater. Kasturi Muga has to trace to its navel. So one has to, so we have to get out of this antidote for the thing with Viveka. Now for the snake bite victim, Viveka is required, because we have to see the limitations, the deficiency, and outgrow. And now we have to get out that avidya. Avidya is what? That which has bitten, under whose infection the person is for the talks related to atma are bitter. Now these things, anti-venom is viveka, and anti-infection is vidya. So with this one can trace to this glory of the inner beauty, and then connect to immortality, the sought after of every being, and the right of every being who is endowed with this unique special conferment of human birth. Hariom.